If you've ever wanted to know more about the voice behind the Insider SA, allow me to welcome you into my space, to introduce you to my loved ones, and hopefully give you some insight into who I am and what drives me. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm so excited to be showing you my home and my life. I'm going to show you my partner Sarah and a little puppy Willow that we recently adopted. Come on in, let's check things out. This is my studio space. It's here in my home that myself and Sarah have recently brought together, and this is where we do everything. This is where the radio show happens, and it's a creative space for me to come to and escape, and everything that's in this room is in some way a part of me. It's either a memory that I've gathered along the way, or it's an example of my musical interests, my literature tastes. It's a space where I feel creative and alive and like I can do anything. And so much of the work that we have done has happened right here. So when I was in school, I was the creative kid. I was the kid who used his voice and his talents to get my message out there to the world. I did drama, debating, music, everything. I was in the choir, I was in the jazz band, I was in the concert band. Then about a year and a half after leaving school, I found myself studying investment management at Stellenbosch University, and suddenly all of my passions in life were gone, and I felt a bit lost, I think. And I saw an advert for a student radio station called MFM, and I thought, let me give this a go. What do I have to lose? And through joining and learning about the culture and the philosophy that goes into radio, I fell in love immediately. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Insider SA. The Insider's been incredible. I've had some experience and time working with the team behind the Insider, and I'd always just thought to myself how much I would like to get further involved with them, because there's not a hell of a lot of examples in my experience of outfits that are as professional and outfits that dig as deep as a show like The Insider does. And that's largely because of the people that are behind it. And it's not stories about what people have, it's stories about how people got it. And I think that side of things was desperately missing from the South African media landscape. And I'm really stoked to be able to be a part of telling those stories every week. So I have my workspace, but it's also very much the place that I retreat to, because I'm incredibly lucky in that my job is my passion. For Sarah, who spends such long hours working in the hospitals, we found it was really important for her to have a space in the home too. So Sarah happens to also be passionate about her art. And we'd found a beautiful space in the house where there's a skylight on the one side and gorgeous wooden floors down the middle for her to be able to set up a studio to paint and to think, and probably sometimes to get away from me.
Nick and I met through my brother, actually. My brother and Nick have been friends for a while, and before I moved to Joburg, I'd come and visit. Yeah, I didn't think much of Nick at first.
Thank you.
But as I came to visit more often, we got to know each other a bit better, and I moved to Joburg eventually, about a year ago, and Nick offered to show me around, very sneakily. Things just developed from there. I'm a registered nurse. I work in our medical ICU, which has kind of turned into our COVID unit. And I've been there for the past 8 months since COVID really got bad, since the first wave. I think a lot of healthcare workers would agree with me that we see the worst of the worst, and we see what this thing really does to people and to families, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. It's been a sanctuary, really, to come back here and to have Nick to come home to, and Willow, and as soon as I get home, I forget about the day that's passed, and it gives me energy to get back out there and help people.
We knew that we wanted to get a dog, and initially the idea was that we were going to get from a breeder, and there was just something about it that felt a little bit off. And I remember sort of having a conversation with Sarah where we thought, okay, well, why don't we contact the SPCA and sort of just see what that process is like? And immediately after just getting this sense of warmth and trust and feeling that they cared, we ran into little Willow and immediately decided that we wanted to give her a home.
Yeah, love at first sight.
Sarah has helped me a lot in terms of how we eat. Sarah's been a vegetarian for many years, and I think that in terms of conscious living, reducing your meat intake is a good thing for you, and it's a good thing for the environment. What's been incredibly interesting about learning how to cook from her is that as somebody who's always been really passionate about food, I've suddenly been able to learn how many different things there are out there in the world that taste amazing that were never part of my diet before, and Sarah's been a massive influence in that.
Well, I grew up on a farm, and my dad farmed with sheep and cattle. So when he heard that I'd turned it to vegetarianism, he thought I was crazy. He thought I'd lost my mind.
And we're starting in the process now of our own vegetable garden at home. We were really lucky
Very
in that
excited.
we have a space down the bottom of the garden.
Yeah.
And we've been working with the team to slowly start getting things going. It doesn't look like much now, but the idea would be at some point to grow and consume our own food here at the house.
Yeah, we want to learn more about it too, because I think neither of us really know how to make something grow. I mean, all the pot plants we've had have died. So,
Yeah, that's true. We once lost a cactus, meaning we're less nurturing than a desert.
yeah.
I've shown you guys my home, my puppy, and the ones that mean the most to me, and now it's time to show you how I work. Let's go meet my team at the Ria Foundation here in the Delta Park. So it's a pleasure to meet you, Alex, and I'm really excited to learn more about what's actually going on here.
Right, so the Ria Foundation was established in 1935 for adults suffering with epilepsy. We currently house 39 beneficiaries, and that runs on a 24-hour basis. We have medical staff, nursing staff 24/7. The original meaning of RIA was the Rand Epileptic Employment Association. But over the years, the demand was lower for this type of care, so hence we've changed the name to the RIA Foundation.
I think it's important to involve yourself with the community around you, so I was thrilled to hear about the sustainable initiatives right on my doorstep.
My name is Lynn Joseph, and I am the mushroom man at the Ria Gardens in Craighall. First of all, you get a substrate of straw that is inoculated with spawn, which transpires into a mycelium, colonization of a bag, which is punctured to allow the bag to breathe in a dark room for a 2-week period. From that, it migrates to the fruiting room. The mushrooms grow at a steady rate and are harvested at different intervals in order to create the best taste out of them.
Are you guys keen to go and try what these taste like? I think let's go
Yes.
have some mushroom lunch, shall we?
Let's go.
Through the rain, Bibi. You first, please.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. So this is the southern fried mushroom burger from the mushrooms from the mushroom house. All the veg in this burger are procured from the veg gardens next door, and it's with tangy, zesty mayonnaise sauce as well.
Hey, what do you guys think?
It's very delicious.
I can't believe how delicious this is. You literally would never know that this is just veggies.
Yes, good afternoon. This is 5 Drive on 5 FM.
To get out of the studio and do radio is something quite special. A lot of people don't know how much there is to do in South Africa. And with the medium and the platform that we have, we are able to bring that to the people and let them know how beautiful South Africa is.
I love our team. I feel like we are very like-minded people. So I think as a team, like, we just work really well together, and yeah, it's been so much fun.
It is so amazing. I mean, I've looked up to them for years before I actually came onto radio. So to actually finally work with people I looked up to is such a dream. And I'm just, it's such a privilege to work with them, man.
This is 5 Drive on 5 FM.
So the beauty of the outside broadcast and things like the heritage tour as well, it's to really connect with people first and foremost. In a day like today, it's been great. We've got to have the lunch, we got to see how the mushrooms were grown. Later on, there's a wine tasting. It really just gives you a different feel. And I think for what we want to do for the listener is really let them deep dive into what we're doing. So that immersive experience is always top of mind for us. And if they can enjoy it along with us, that's one for me.
So the first of our lineup is the Alaki, which is the diminutive of my daughter's name, Eli, in Greek. It is pressed here as the grapes come in from the Swartland. They come in here, we press them that day, and the juice goes straight into the stainless steel tanks. It stays in the tank for about 2 months, and only then do we bottle it. So it is a fresher style of Chenin Blanc with the acidity preserved. And then the next in the lineup is quite a unique wine. It's called 1209. We are exactly 1,209 kilometers from here to the vineyards.
Ooh. Now, I'm not normally a fan of red wine, but this is coming home with me.
It's been such a pleasure showing you inside my life. I hope you enjoyed it. I showed you my family and my radio family, and we can't wait to do it all with you again very soon. Cheers.
Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.